Morning everyone, how's it going? Once again, I'm out and about. Unfortunately today, absolutely lashing it down. Poor Teddy wants his ball. You gonna get it, buddy? Well, as I say, I'm out and about. I just made myself a coffee, got the lights on, and I'm trying to experience what it's going to be like living in a van full time. And I've already come across some hurdles. Teddy, like the dustbin for one thing, that overflowing, and Teddy wants more food. Wait, what are you doing, mate? No, Teddy. So yeah, the van looks like a mess. I playing around with an old Kenwood amplifier last night with some JBL bookshelf speakers, just to have a bit of a, I don't know, some loud music through a Bluetooth adapter through my phone, which works really well actually. So I'll put a little link in the description for that, because it's only like 3 or 4 quid, and it's really quite cool. If you've got an old car amplifier, I hooked it up to my snap-on power pack last night, so I might wire that in later. But yeah, it's lashing it down, and I can't believe how much mess my van is. I mean, the floor is grubby. We went for a massive walk last night, and yeah, I was only supposed to go for probably about half hour. Turned out to be like 2 hours, but it was all right, and it was pitch black, and I used like a head torch type thing, wherever that's gone. Oh yeah, there it is, which is really, really good actually. It's just a cheap eBay thing, power pack on it, really good. Oh, so yeah, pissing down with rain, and I need to do the washing up. I've got a box of beers up there that I need to sort out. I might just chuck them all in the fridge. And Teddy's sitting there, look, he's happy as Larry, in your buddy. Yeah, having a dog in a van. I couldn't believe it. It went out last night, and obviously it's been raining, and he got absolutely soaking wet, and he is a white dog, so I had to put him up there and wash him. Just use a microfiber. But yeah, it's one of those things I wasn't really expecting. It's always great when it's dry, but having a dog in the van, luckily he doesn't molt and he doesn't smell, because you're a good puppy dog, aren't you? You are a good puppy dog. But he does like his exercise. So that's one of the things that I didn't really think about. Having a dog in the van, giving him some exercise, and then when he comes in wet, have to dry him out, put the heating on, condensates up, which in fact it hasn't condensated up actually. I'm still waiting for that to happen, because it is quite a big van, so hopefully it shouldn't condensate up. But the other thing as well is that I trying to survive how long without heating. So I've got obviously clothes on, and I've got a body warmer on, but it is pretty damn cold. I mean, I don't even know how cold it is actually, to be fair. It's probably not even that cold. What are we? It is 11 degrees. So in all fairness, it ain't that cold, is it? He's just jumped up there now. Bless him. So yeah, it's not all that cold, but my hands are cold. So I might have to put the heating on for a little bit, or sit in here and wear gloves. I mean, Is that a thing? You can never have too many power gadgets, or I like listening to music. And a mate of mine yesterday gave me this old DAB radio. He said, I don't know if it works. Gave me the power pack, works perfectly okay on the power. So I'll put some batteries in it. And I was listening to that. That's plenty good enough, but obviously after a few beers, you want to slightly crank the music up. So that's when I thought, do you know what? I'll get my old Alpine Kenwood amplifier out. I've got an old Alpine one there. They were in the Transit. But I don't know what to do with these bookshelf speakers. I was going to put them in the back. I'll put them on the door, but I've got some really nice reference range Alpine 6x9s. So I might actually put them in the back doors. Obviously not today because it's peeing down with rain. So anyway, I've just woken up basically, made myself a coffee, give the old Roamer 300 amp hour lithium battery a bit of a thrashing and see how it goes really. I have been thinking about upgrading my charging system because at the moment I've only got one 30 amp Victron DC to DC. Now I have noticed people, hang on, let's put this camera down, I want to sit down. I have noticed that everyone's like putting 2 DC to DC chargers in, like the Victron ones. But that to me is just like fucking crazy money. I mean, they're 200, 230 quid, so that's like £460, isn't it? Just to get 60 amps. That's, I mean, I love my Victron stuff. But that's crazy money, isn't it? 30 amp hours, that's 30 amps an hour that has to go back into your battery. I'm having a bit of a rethink about that. I might go down the Renogy route because they actually do an mppt and a DC to DC, which is 50 amp all in one. So you can get rid of, potentially, if you had all Victron stuff, you can get rid of 3 boxes and just have the one. But then it's like, do you put all your eggs in one basket and just have the 60 amp hour Renogy, which is 130 or 100 and something quid, might be 180 quid, something like that. I don't know, I'm gonna have to look into it. But it's cheaper than the Victron stuff, which this day and age, you want your value for money. But with the Renogy stuff, is it, you know, is it as good as the apps on the Victron stuff? But I don't know. But there again, do we really need to be looking at all these bloody apps all the time? You spend half the time on your fucking around on your phone, and all you want to do is to charge your battery up. I'm not interested in like apps and stuff like that. My mindset's changing a little bit. I just want stuff that works. Now, yeah, the Victron stuff does work. That's the reason why I bought it, made the initial outlay. But it's almost like to upgrade, it's almost double bubble all the time. And I don't really want to go and spend another 230 quid and have to upgrade all the wiring, because the wiring, I will have to put it underneath the van like Neil's done. And that's perfectly acceptable because on the chassis of these, they're quite high up, so there's no way the cable can get damaged, and it'll run through a conduit as well. But yeah, it's all these little things that when you start living in your van and you think, God, yeah, I've got a 300 amp hour lithium battery, but I'm cooking on induction, everything's electric, it starts to run into it a little bit. And then at the moment the solar's not doing anything, so do you upgrade your solar panel? I mean, in all fairness, I've been pretty lucky with my solar panel. I bought it for 60 quid and it's a 265 watt, and that quite regularly in the summer sees 305 watts. I don't know if that's because of the Victron stuff, and I noticed the Renogy stuff only does 25 volts. So do I just upgrade the DC to DC charger to a Renogy 60 amp hour and get rid of the 30 amp hour, or do I buy another? It's just It's just all money, 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 isn't it? And what with the price of fuel going up and everything. I couldn't believe it the other day. I went to Tesco's. Fucking hell, robbing bastards. Meal deals. Now, £3.40. I know it's an over 40p, but if you add that over the week, months, years, and then with the price of fuel, oh, I'm going off on a tangent, you know. Oh dear. Oh. Teddy, you're lovely and warm. I can feel the heat coming off of you, mate. Yeah, and obviously my van's not finished yet, is it? And I can feel some drafts, especially between the front door and the cab. I've got the curtains here and you can feel a draft coming in. So it's obviously got, I have to somehow try and close, yeah, you can close the vents off, but you can feel a little bit of a draft. So insulation or thermal barriers, and obviously people have been going for the, is it WebNet? And then Alex has just done a video of his version, and I might have to look into that. Every time I watch a video of Alex's, it costs me money. Funny. Anyway, so yeah, this is me living in the van at the moment. Yeah, I know it's only the weekend, but I want to get a feel for what it's living like full time, because it's I think the dynamics change quite considerably. You know, if you're living in it or go away for it for a weekend, you don't have to really worry about water. I've got 25 litres of water in the back and an emergency 5 litres. But I've left my bloody Jetboil at home, so I could have saved the electric there. But just trying to do the washing up. And it would be nice to have hot water. And the only way I can have hot water is by boiling the kettle. Now I did actually have, or I've made, a hot water system that runs off of the BMW 712. But it's not very successful, to be fair. So once again, you're looking down the bobble thing, which that's another 230 quid, and then all the plumbing and all that, which is pretty much halfway there. When you start building your camper van, you don't really think about these things. It's always evolving, and it is the same thing, isn't it? A self-built van's never always finished. But when you think, oh, just to have hot water, just to put your hands in hot water, just to wash the dishes, it's just like, it's like the old British gas TV advert. It's easily turned on and off and onable, if everyone remembers that. But yeah, it's all the creature comforts that you have at home, just the convenience of just turning on hot water. But actually in a van, to actually get hot water, you got to have everything from a water container to a pump to a tap. That's just cold water. If you want hot water, then I don't like the idea of running a diesel heater just to heat up water. That's counterintuitive to me. It's a waste, because if it's a hot sunny day, why do you want to put your heating on? So it's one of those chlorifier things that comes off of the engine and the 12 volt bubble water heater. It'd be nice if you actually thought about all these things. God, listen to that rain. And the max air fan, that's brilliant. But fucking hell, it's so annoying. Every time you turn your mobile phone on, it turns itself on. Does anyone else have that problem, or is it just me? Oh well. Yeah, it sounds like a rant video now, doesn't it? And it's pissing down even more. Oh dear. Maybe I need more coffee. Or is this real life scenarios? Real world scenarios? I'm gonna have myself another coffee. Do you know what, right? What makes me laugh? Okay, I'm in the middle of nowhere in a massive open car park on the massive top of the Southdowns. And look, somebody's parked right in fucking front of me. Let's go and have a look at the back. Ah, there you go, look. Someone's parked behind me. What fucking retards. I mean, to be fair, it doesn't really matter because I ain't going anywhere. But is that not just fucking stupid? Maybe I should let the handbrake off and fucking just dent their door. No, I won't do that. That's nasty, isn't it? But I could always let the handbrake off and just let it roll so they can't get their door open. Yeah. That's the kind of mood I'm in at the moment. I mean, look at that. Beautiful view. But even the rain's coming down. Don't even see that. Coming down sideways. What a beautiful view. If it wasn't raining. Last night we went out and you can see all the fireworks, which was really nice. But anyway, coffee time. Top tip, you can never have enough teaspoons. I've got to clear this mess up. Yeah, cut the bottles of beer yesterday. This is quite nice actually, it's from Lidl's. It's alright. Quite strong actually, 4.5%. And then a can of Carlsberg. So yeah, another cup of coffee. Tie this mess up. Listen to that. Absolutely howling out there. I don't mind being blown around, I love it, and I don't mind it raining. But I don't like to be bloody cold. I might just have to tick the freaking heating on. Ah, fuck it, I'm sticking the heating on. I don't like to be cold. I put it down on low. So yeah, this is what I've been up to. I'm time lapsing by the way because I've got my old GoPro, whatever it is up there. And this is what I did last night. My old D-class Kenwood amplifier, which lives like down there. I was just faffing around with it last night. Some old cable. So I was going to take these terminals back off and then reattach it to down there, put those speakers in the back. It's a shame actually because these JBL speakers are bloody lovely, crystal clear sound. I had them from my home surround sound system for rear fill. That was quite nice actually. Nice Pioneer multi-cinema surround sound thing. 3 speakers at the front, 2 subwoofers at the front, 2 speakers in the centre, 2 speakers in the rear, and 2 rear subs as well. So 4 subwoofers, all Yamaha stuff. Freaking awesome sound, especially when you go to watch something like the. Has anyone seen the new Top Gun film? If you've got an Android TTV, it's on there. I don't think you can download it anymore, but the app. But if you still got the app, yeah, TTV. I know it's a bit of a rip-off, like not going to cinema or not getting a DVD, but yeah, when the DVD comes out, the Blu-ray, that's going to be absolutely fantastic. And it would be quite nice actually to have some kind of surround system in it, but because obviously my TV just turns around. That's what I'd like, because obviously the Amazon Fire Stick, that's got Bluetooth on it, and that Bluetooth's the speaker at the back, so there's no reason why I can't do that. Anyway, I'm going to try and tidy up this. Heating's coming on. Got another coffee on the go. Just tidy up. Must have heard me, they're gone. There you go, I'll just quickly, I'll open the door and you can see how big this car park is. Look at that, look. Great puddle. I need to do something about that. Bit of dirt there. Can't be having that. And I have got the new dashboard bit, so you can't see this hole. But you got to take the steering wheel off. I don't really want to do that, but hey ho. But yeah, I love this van. There's the old single seat conversion. It makes so much of a difference. Oh, Teddy, you woken up. Till you sit there. Oh, mate, it looks like your bed. Oh, Oh well. Mate, look at that. You dirty dog. Oh well. Right, excuse me. So there you go, look, I've tidied that back up. So I will wire, just sort of screw the wires back in. That can go to the bus bar at the back. And I'll probably just have a little switch, turn it on and off here, as and when. So there's me, this is my JBL speakers, they're really nice speakers. I know it's not much, it's not really van related I suppose. But there they are, LX series. Oh, enough of that shit. Right, sort of tidying up. I need to put my light on charge in case I want to go out tonight. I don't know where it's going to be like. That's a handy old thing, little power pack. That goes on there, on my tripod, like that. And then the cable, power cable from there into the GoPro 11. So you can do the old stars, which is pretty cool because that battery only lasts about like an hour. And you need like 4 hours to do a star trail just for 30 seconds. So I use that for the backup. I mean, I could use the old AC50s, but it's quite big, isn't it? Can't really lug that around, can you? So this is quite cool. I don't know if you can still get these anymore. I got these years ago. Probably better ones out there now. But right, put this away. This is a handy old thing because it's USB rechargeable. Well handy. I only got it for that. Right, put this on charge. What's that? That's USB-C. That's a spare phone. Right. What do I do with that cable? Oh, I'd lose my balls if it weren't in a bag. That's that one. That in. God, it'd be nice if it was just USB-C. Right, charging. That also charges up by the same connector, so it'd be nice if all like you had one cable. So yeah, that's what I use that for. Was it in focus? Right. So yeah, that's what all that's there for. I'll tell you what, these cables are really good. BS, whatever you pronounce them. They're all braided. You know, they don't break. I only use them. I use the cheap ones, just the stuff that's not going to use. You know, the stuff you get. But there you go. Right. Nearly tidy. Got something to do with this now. Oh. These are good old power packs. Bloody expensive though. Right. Okay, where the hell do I put this? So I can trip over it all the time. I might just put that in the back. I'll put it in a toilet for the time. Everything goes in a toilet. Who remembers the old school amplifiers? There you go. The old V-Power, Alpine V-Power stuff. Bloody good amplifiers. I used to be right into the old Phoenix Gold stuff. But that's good enough. I got two of them, they were in the Transit. That was a kick-ass thing. And then before I had these in my old Sprinter. That was pretty cool playing out ZZ Top. Got a set of traffic lights with the old Serwin Vega subs banging out. Oh, it's pretty awful out there. My long weekend away. Teddy's in the bed. I think I might make another cup of coffee. That'll be the third one. Slowly getting a little bit tidy. Would be nice for all this stuff to charge up so I can put it all away. I would have used my Jetboil, but I left the fucking thing at home, haven't I? This is what I want. I want my van completely self-sufficient. I don't want to be... The idea was to build this van was just to just put the key ignition in and go away. But I keep buying stuff and then I forget it. So right, more coffee. Wait for that to charge. I can't remember if that goes green. Who's in there? Heating's on, only on one. Teddy's down there. Tidied up with dustbin. Put all the beers in the fridge. Doesn't look very nutritious in there, does it? Chocolate bar, cheese, beer, olive oil. Oh, has anyone had this in their coffee? Sweetened condensed milk in their coffee. It's the bomb. I don't know what I'm going to have for dinner tonight. Another quiche. Some popcorn chicken, some fish fingers, cheap pizza. Oh, spicy chicken steaks or sausages. Might have some of that tonight actually. Yeah. Keep wiping that. Right, more coffee. No rain, no focus, the camera don't focus on the rain. Look how perfectly still it is. Awful outside. Oh, look at that. Oh, well, it's gone. Still lashing it down. I tried as long as I could without the heating on, but I don't know why, but I'm just so cold. Mind you, it's only, well, it's 20 degrees in here, allegedly. I don't know what this says it is. Yeah, that's a bit optimistic. That's, I mean, 15 degrees. It's 15 degrees warm enough, do you reckon, without the heating on? Yeah, I've just had to turn the heating on. 15 degrees on the thermometer. I don't know. I can't seem to get comfortable. I think I've got cold feet. I might have to quickly Google how to keep your feet warm. 2 pairs of socks or whatever. I haven't got very warm trainers, to be fair. They're just trainers. I'm going to use this weekend, as I say, it's a bit of a learning curve. Because apart from going to Scotland, where obviously we were driving around, so the van was warm, heating's on, so I'm giving the older lithium battery a right old caning. I just noticed actually it's on 88%, so seems to be alright. And there is a little bit of solar. The Victron app says just under 30 watts. So yeah, 27 watts goes to about 30 watts, 32 watts, something like that. So I was quite surprised at that because it's lashing it down. Anyway, I've had another think about the old Victron V DC to DC from Energy. Now I've just learnt that they're not voltage sensing. So as soon as you start the van up, the Energy instantly kicks in. So it doesn't give the drive belts or the alternator time to warm up. And I don't think that's the way to go. So obviously the Victron is expensive and you have to have 2 of the bloody things, which is more, that's the most annoying thing. You've got to have 2 just to get 60 amps out of it. And then they start to thermal down anyway, so you don't get a true 60 amps unless they're cooled. My one in the back has got a little fan on it, which is just a little pipe clip underneath it. Works perfect. So yeah, I'll probably end up just buying another Victron thing, because they do work, don't they, in all fairness. It's just having 2 boxes, a load of more cabling, more fuses, more breakers. Yeah, having to replace the cable, which is buried all the way under there. I'm gonna see if I can do it, but yeah, upgrades, more upgrades, and then I'll probably just go and buy another bloody 300 amp hour lithium battery and another solar panel. Will I win the fucking lottery, that is? Has anyone actually won the lottery? I mean, nah, whatever. Anyway, I'm going to have another fag. Do you know what? I don't even know what the time is. What's the time? Yeah, 1:45. And it ain't getting any better out there. I just thought I'd put a video out of just the most boring thing I could think of. Because this is what it is, a wet weekend in a van, isn't it? There's nothing else you can do. I mean, yeah, I can go for a walk, I suppose. I'll put my wet weather gear on. Teddy will get absolutely fucking filthy because he's a white dog. Then I'll have to wash him. Not very good for him because he's quite energetic. But he's on the floor. He's moved from the sofa to the floor. I think it's because I just put the heating on and he might be a little bit cold. But dogs don't really get cold, do they? Or do they? As I say, this is a learning curve. I thought I was quite good at this van life stuff. Being away in the transit for 2 weeks, going away in the Sprinter for 2 weeks. I think I'm liking my creature comforts a bit too much, which really does alter the state of everything. Because what was wrong with just chucking a mattress in the back of a van and a little camping stove? That's van life, isn't it? Now I've got everything. It's like a mobile hotel room, complete with mini bar. Anyway, it's my van. I want to build it how I want it. Do you know what? I might just have a beer. What else is there to do? I can sit here, I can watch a bit of Netflix, have a beer. Do you know what? Bollocks. That's what I'm going to do. I'm away in the van for a weekend. I ain't going anywhere. No one's coming up here. Beer o'clock. Wind's getting up again. Hope you can hear that through there. I absolutely love being out of my van, I really do. And to be fair, actually, I'm not bored, but I keep looking around the van thinking, oh, I could do this and I could do that, but I haven't brought anything with me. I did have the curtain tucked in on the door rubber, but I noticed that down the bottom there was getting wet. I think there's still some water down there. And I think what it was, the door wasn't sealing properly because the curtain was tucked in the rubber. And obviously the door wasn't sealing very well. I'm pretty sure, well, I'm going to mop there is a bit of water down there. I might mop that up and see if it still leaks. I think that was just from yesterday when we went out for a walk. I'm going to put all my muddy shoes down there, look. So yeah, fuck it. The slippery slope. Sitting in the van. Not bored, but just thinking of things to do. And that's the thing. I've just seen a brand new, unused DC to DC charger on eBay. So I've just put an offer in. So that's going to cost like, well, if they accept the offer, 160 quid. And then it's just like the carpet on the walls, you know, to stop the metal from getting cold. I mean, that's quite nice and warm actually. Well, it's not cold, it's not warm, but it's in between temperatures, you know what I mean? But how much can you put on there? How much of this carpety stuff can you put on here before you get a black line around it? It's not drafty, no draft. But these curtains are crap. But they do have a small amount of bit of like a vapour barrier type thing between the window, which is already cold. So they must get a bit of warm air trapped behind there and keep it warm. But it would be nice to have some kind of insulation. I'll probably just spend all day on eBay and spend a shitload of money that I don't have. But I want this van to be like Scotland proof, or like Alex has done, gone to like Norway. And the other thing is I need a freaking shave, and I normally do that outside with my USB powered shaver because I don't want bits of stubble everywhere. I remember when I got my Transit, that must have been like, was it the Transit? Yeah, it was a Transit. The bloke must have had like a short-haired black dog that just leaked hair everywhere. And I remember taking the glove box out to put a relay behind the dashboard for the lights. And behind the dashboard there was little black hair everywhere. So like yesterday, I did an MOT on a Ford S-Max. And I couldn't believe how fucking shitty it was. Absolutely. It was just gross. I don't understand when people take their cars for an MOT that they don't keep them clean. I know this is sounding like a bit of a rant, well it is actually, to be fair, but like when you take your car or your van for an MOT, make sure it's clean, because I've got to get in that and then I've got to get into another really, really nice car, and I might be transferring dirt from one car to another, and that's not very nice for the owner. So I spent probably about 10 minutes wiping the dashboard with some antibacterial spray, just so when I touched all the instruments and stuff like that, I mean, the blooming gear stick was just like thick with like ground on sweat and around the steering wheel and all the indicator stalks. I mean, it was gross. It really was gross. And I just thought, you know what? You expecting this to pass or fail? So yeah, I mean, it did fail because the cords were hanging out on the tyres. Sometimes I think to myself, you know what, when you get a nice clean car, people have got pride over that, so it's less likely to fail because they look after it. But when you've got somebody who presents their vehicle for like an MOT and it's just dog shit state, absolutely filthy. I mean, I actually put a seat cover on the seat so I didn't get dirty. Anyway, once again, I digress, but that's just like normal day job, isn't it? And I've actually decided at the end of this year, I'm actually stopping MOTs. You know, I'm not doing another MOT. I can't be bothered with all the hassle. It's not the job. It's just the people that park their cars right out in front of the garage, and you've got to move 2 or 3 cars before you can even get in. And then they come up to you, is it all right if I leave it here, mate? Not really. And at the moment, I'm beginning to just like switch off and just deal with it, if you know what I mean. But it's just one of those things that just makes your day so much harder when just people just like irresponsibly just park. It's just, I just don't get it. I really don't get it. I don't understand when people can just like park their car in front of a garage and think that, is that all right there? When it actually clearly says no parking. Oh dear. I just sound like I'm moaning all the time, don't I? And I don't want to be moaning all the time. I should be happy. Happy! I'm happy. Well, I'm happy now because I'm in the van. And I'm not really bothered that it's raining. I know I've said that a few times. But I'm not really that bothered about the rain. It's quite nice actually because you can see the wildlife. I just took I'll put the footage in a minute of this hawk just sitting there perfect in the air. Obviously saw a mouse or something, but then flew off. But even videoing that was a bit of a pain because obviously the raindrops on the window, the camera's taking, you know, you can see the raindrops, so the camera's focusing on where the phone is. I did do some time lapses. I was going to do a time lapse of the weekend, the whole weekend of the time lapse. I know some people don't mind, yeah, they really like watching time lapses. Well, I'm going to go back on eBay. I'm absolutely loving it now. The wind's got right up, being blown around all the time. It's almost like camping out in a storm again. That was a cool video. I love doing that video. Yeah. This is just like brilliant. I love it. I've got all excited again now because obviously, yeah, the van has been just blown around right on top of the downs here. I think you can't really see much out there because it is pretty pants. But yeah, the old, oh, nearly lost my footing then. Yeah, being blown around again. It's just like being biblical. I just love it. I should really go to the third estate because you're right on the top there, and I know it gets super windy up there. I've been up there a few times. As I said, even the trees grow like that. But yeah, it's just like so cool. So love it. Oh, we are getting a bit condensated up. I've just chucked the heating on again. I can't be bothered with cold feet. I should really put 2 pairs of socks on, I suppose. That'd probably stop that. But I love the heating, and I love the Chinese diesel heater. It's just the best thing since sliced bread. Right. I'm going to mop up that water. So yeah, I'm not sure if that's just water there. It's just, I think that's just come in. Yeah, it must have come in because there's no way water can be there. So I can just, I don't know why I'm keeping these potatoes. Of course, cook them. But yeah, that's just from the when I had the door open. There was a bit of a draft coming through there. But this is the bit I want to cover. Because say that the curtain used to be tucked in there. And that's quite cold, that is. So I might get some tape these holes up. But the only thing is, I need to rust proof them and tap them in. Because that gets quite cold, that does. Would be nice to get some of those Sprinter covers that come all the way around, but then I suppose you can just make a bit of wood or something and cover it over. I wonder if Mercedes do the plastic trims that go all the way around, like the Vauxhall Vivaros. You have a bulkhead here, and then the non-bulkhead Vauxhall Vivaros, they come right round. So there's quite a bit of drive coming through there actually, through the fucking door handle. Through that little gap there. Wow. That's unbelievable. I never thought that. Christ. How does the wind get into there? There you go. Just found that out. Through here. Christ, that's quite a lot. Well, I can feel it on my hand, which is like probably about 4 or 5 inches away from the door button. I wonder if I can stop that. But anyway, yeah, need a shave. Oof. Feel like a grumpy old man with like this stubble. Never mind. Well, I'm going to continue getting blown around in this bad boy. Oh, awful out there. It doesn't matter though. I'm toasty in here. Teddy's asleep. I'm editing this video with a can of beer. Just watching the rain. The birds are flying around, they seem happy. But yeah, it is lashing out there. And I don't think, let's turn the lights on. Hang on, where's... Yeah, there's no water now. So that's obviously just from yesterday. And the other thing I've noticed, I don't know if you can hear it. There's water dripping down on the inside. Now the doorstep doesn't get wet. So it's obviously going through the window, through the door, and out the drain holes in the bottom of the door. I can never find out where it's coming from though. And I don't really want to take that door coil off and break all the plastic clips. And the only time I ever do that is if I upgrade the speakers. Because I was just wondering if they have like the vapor barrier. You know, like the old Ford Escorts used to have a big piece of plastic. I wonder if it had that. It's got that. Once again, I'm on my own. No one's here. Loving it. Right, well, so in between video editing, everything else, tidying up, I've been on eBay, and do you know what? I've just gone and bought a second Victron 30 amp DC to DC charger. I can't be arsed with all the hassle of taking everything out. I'll just have to shift everything up a little bit, which in all fairness could come and bite me in the arse. Because, yeah, I've obviously just made enough room in there for one DC to DC charger. Now I'm going to have to shove them up because the DC to DC was underneath the seat here, but it got really hot, no ventilation, so I moved it to the back. So anyway, I've done that. I might buy something else in a minute, because I'm not bored, it's just I want my van right. Well, there's a bit of a break in the weather, so we're going to head out. Well, I don't know if you can hear me because it's super windy out here, but we decided to come out for 5 minutes and give Teddy a run. I mean, look at that. It's just like awesome, isn't it? I mean, the clouds are pretty biblical, but yeah, just got to get out for 5 minutes. Woo! Super windy! So I love it. I love being out. Right, I'm getting a bit hungry now. So, time. Get some sausages, I think. Did you want some sausages? I'm pretty sure you do. Right. 10 minutes. I think that should be done. I can feel Teddy glaring at me. Hey mate. Oh. I'll probably have a couple of mouthfuls and I'll be full up. But lovely. I've cut some up for Teddy. Can't leave him out. I know he likes the sausages. There's nothing bad in these. So let's put a bit of... Oh, this is just going to squirt out and all that. Excuse me, bud. I know you're burning into me. I just thought I'd show you again. Look, we've been out for 5 minutes. Another one, right in front. But hey ho. Sit. Wait. Wait. Okay. Good boy. Might be a bit too hot for him. So I'll let it cool down and give him some more. Does this taste like Teddy? Oh yeah. Very nice. Okay. Okay. Right. I'm going to tuck into this. It's going to take me a while to eat it, so I'll come back later. Ah. Right. Just taking Teddy for a walk. As you can see. Oh, absolutely soaked. Oh. You can't even see a couple of feet in front of you. Oh. Right, I've got to get him dry. Mate, you've even got the fridge like wet. Right, it's about 8 o'clock at night. So, kettle on, cup of coffee, Netflix, bed. See you in the morning. Well, it's been an amazing day, and I'm in the back of my van. Teddy's faffing around underneath the covers. Look. What are you doing, buddy? Mate, sort yourself out. Oh. You can hear the wind coming through the back doors. It is absolutely mental outside. So, anyway, me and this mate, we'll see you in the morning. No night. Morning, everyone. Well, if you can, don't know if you can hear it, but it's lashing down still. Oh. Look at that, Ted. Yeah, bloody lashing it down out there. Oh. Still, diesel heater's on. Oh, sorry about that, man, your way. Diesel heater's on. Nice and toasty in here. Yeah. Right, get up, coffee time. I'll just put the camera back on because I don't know if you can hear, but like, Jesus Christ, fucking windy as you like. Listen to that. Mental. Look at mental, mate. Makes you just not want to get up. Just sit in bed. Just listen to the wind and the rain. But I do want my coffee, so I've got to get up. I need my coffee. Oh dear. Right. Ted. Hello, buddy. Morning, mate. Alright, let's get this coffee on. Okay. Do you want some dinner? You want some dinners? Some dinners? Right, let's get you some dinner. Or breakfast, what you want to call it. There's a nice smell in the morning. Right, Teddy. Last few biscuits, mate. I'm gone. It's more. Right. And then. Oh. Okay. Right, kettle's done. Coffee o'clock. Right. Coffee. And then let's have a look at the app for the Roamer battery. Because obviously no sun, no solar, nothing else coming in. I've been cooking, lights, watching TV, heating, everything. And I haven't started the engine, so it's completely 3 days on the battery. So let's just see what it's like. Okay. You need a wee. Oh man. Oh Ted, look at that. Mate, are you sure? Go on in. Do you want to go out or not? Oh shit. Teddy! Come, oh mate, no! Come on! Oh my god! Look at him, standing in a puddle. Oh. Mate. Oh, now you, just come in then. Come on, Ted, up. Okay. Water. Oh, mate, no. Oh. Oh well, you've done it now. Hey ho. Oh, now I've got to get dressed because you made the floor wet. Oh, mate. Oh. Where's that gone? Oh, man. Ted, what have you done with the microfiber cloth? What have you done with it, buddy? Because I need to mop that mess up. Hmm? Do you know what? I'm just having my coffee. Teddy's on asleep on the floor there. I've just put the max air fan on just to get a bit of the condensation out, so it is a little bit condensated up. It's still lashing it down outside. I've just checked the battery. I'll put the put it in, put the stats in now. I am gonna pack up. Need to empty the dustbins, and I need to get some fuel. So I'm going to end the video here. So this is 3 days, no solar, completely soaking wet outside. Van's done really well. No leaks, no nothing, which I'm really, really happy about. There's a couple of things I need to do, like sort out like the edge there I explained earlier, or yesterday, and a couple of other little bits and pieces. I did order another Victron B2B. So I'll wait for that to come, that'll get delivered to work, and then see if I can fit that. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you've made it all the way to the end, then I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and give me a thumbs up, and best of all, leave a comment below. I love reading them and I love replying to them. So anyway, thanks very much for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Cheers people, bye.